morning and welcome to Rachel the DIY Witch. We are here out in the woods at one of my favorite little preserves near my house, and it snowed last night and it is so beautiful here. Got this beautiful pine tree behind me with the snow on it. It's just really the centering that I needed before I start this project and before I start my actual work day to do my day job today. So got up, got out here, and it is just stunning. This week's project is a Christmas / Yule Pinafore. So I got some fabric from Savers that is all different patterns. I've got poinsettias, all kinds of things. And I'm going to make a little pinafore out of it for like an ugly Christmas sweater party or something like that, or just for enjoying to wear while I'm wrapping presents or doing other projects. So let's look at the cards that we pulled. To be completely transparent, I thought I recorded this whole thing already, but I did not hit the record button, which was really humorous. So we already have cards. The first card that I pulled is Nature. I'm using the Green Witch Oracle today by Anne Morgan book. I will put a link there in the notes for you if you want to check it out, but just really beautiful artwork, amazing meanings as well. So nature, I am standing right here in the middle of nature, and I think I did the right thing. This means by connecting with nature before I start this project. I've been feeling a bit frazzled this week. I don't know, just not really centered, and I think this walk made me feel much better. Meaning from the book: accept or release self-imposed restrictions, follow inclinations, potential is obstructed or unleashed, allow the course of nature to flow, freedom, choose what appeals. So for me, that means choosing my own way in this project. I'm going to be creating my own pattern, which I'm really excited about, super happy. And nature, just going with the way it flows. This is typically the devil card, but I love this alternative meaning of it, which makes me happy. Next, for action to avoid, we have the Seven of Chalices. We have this person trying to make a decision, and these two fairies are trying to pull her in a different direction. So I think not thinking about other people's opinions on this project and making sure that I'm just following my own creative ideas will be really important. Let's see what the meaning from the book is on this one. Okay. Many choices, opportunities, careful decision, deliberations, willpower to achieve goals, time to follow one's true desire. So yeah, I think avoiding that nagging fairy who's telling you maybe you're not good enough or you don't know what you're doing with your YouTube channel would be the thing to do. Okay, and then action to take. My favorite cards, the Ace of Cups. Got this beautiful chalice that's overflowing. It's got these lilies on it over a beautiful spring stream. It makes me think of spring and a salmon. So this is all about love, joy, following one's true desire. This is my true desire, to make content like this and teach others that witchcraft can be easy, and sewing and making things can be easy and bring you joy and connect you closer to your craft. So I think I'm on the right path here. Let's get our book up here. Abundance, joy, love, fulfillment, inspiration, fountain of life, productive, psychic ability, overflowing happiness, important relationship, positive change, contentment, fertility, perfection, satisfaction, abundance, and joy are the most important. So I think this project, I need to focus on having fun with it and enjoying the process, and how this whole entire channel is bringing me joy and a mission, which I really desperately needed, especially through these cold winter months. I don't know if I would have had the energy to get out here and film and get into the woods this morning if I wasn't doing this. So next up, let's make that pattern. I will see you all real soon in the next video. Okay, so second part of this video is to measure myself for this pinafore pattern. So I have a trusty sticky note with the instructions on it. So first thing I need to measure is the waistband, which is going to be 3 inches high with the seam allowance. And then I need to do my waist around +2. I'm gonna do +3. make it a little extra long just in case. So we're going to do +4. So I'm going to take waistband. And I wore this skirt. It's actually a Christmas skirt from Kmart because it would help me figure out where I liked that waist to sit and give a little bit of bulk to the fabric so I don't make it too small. And the mic is in the way. I should not think about that. Okay. So 31. No, the internet went on my measurements, but that's okay. 31 +4 is 35 inches. Right. Now I'm going to do the length of the skirt part of the pinafore. So I need to measure from my waist to, I would like it to be about my knee. So that is 19 inches +2, so equals 21 for one side, and then 2 times my waist, so 35 + 2 is 70 inches. Then I need to do chest, so this is where I kind of get to decide how large I'd like the pinafore to be. So it's going to be, let's say, to come to right about there, right about here. So 8 inches by 12. So, which will be 9 by 13 with a 1-inch seam allowance. And then finally I need to measure these straps. So the instructions from the internet, which I will link, that I'm using, I'm just using them as like a basic guide of like how on earth do you measure yourself or something like this. But I actually want my straps to come along the side to add another detail to the pinafore front. So it's about right there, and then down around to the back, and probably about right here is 34 inches. +4 is 38. So here is where I started to draw out the pattern, and Sass and I had a war. It was an all-out fight to try to make this waistband, which was the top part here. She would pull one end of the band, the other, and it was really frustrating. But we made it through, and then I was able to draw out the waistband. This paper is okay for patterns. I saw in another video online some paper with these little dots to help you stay in line, and I really want some, so that's on the wish list, but I feel like I need to use all of this first, so it'll be a while. But it's really annoying because when it's not long enough, I have to tape more on the end, which you can see here where Sass was also involved. And I made the mistake of using my sewing scissors to cut that paper, but that's okay because we cut through paper with patterns, but I try to be really good about that. So yeah, Floor Monkey, drawing out the skirt pattern here, which is where I realized it was not long enough, but here we go. And then I realized that drawing a straight line with a pencil on a carpet is really challenging, so I'm going to be looking out for a yardstick today. Today I'm going to a giant antique barn right after editing this, and I'm really excited about that. But here I'm finally cutting out different sections of my pattern, which I am so excited about, because I actually recorded voice with this, but what I learned is this paper is so crinkly and so noisy that you would have hated me while I did it. But here I'm trying out each piece to make sure that it works before I put it away. And here is the reveal moment of what my fabric is going to look like for this project. And the skirt was absolutely perfect. Like, if I had not bought this exact length of fabric from Savers, this skirt would not have come to be. I could not believe it. It was a sign. It was a miracle. These is the waistband and the straps being laid out here. Love the cat footage. Did not love the cat on that day. No, I love her so much, but she just gets really involved in these projects like I do. Well, here I am cutting out the straps actually before I do the waistband because I only needed one waistband. Now you can see that I actually changed outfits, and that is because that beautiful skirt actually snapped buttons kneeling on them, which I have to fix. I'm making sure that I double fold over the hem on the bottom of the skirt so that it has a nice clean line on the inside. Now, this is a new technique that I saw that I really like on the end product because it's nice and solid and it's not going to fray. And if I wash this, which if I'm going to be baking cookies in this outfit, I'm going to wash it, I'm going to really appreciate having made the effort to double fold it, which took a little bit of extra time. And just look at this beautiful light on this day that I did the sewing. Did not get dressed up clearly, but it was just stunning for the day. And here I am lining up the middle of the skirt with the middle of the waistband to start doing the pleating because I want the skirt to be really full and come out, and there's like 70 inches of skirt and only 20 something inches of waist. So here we are pinning that out, and the first time I did it my pleats were too big and my skirt did not reach all the way to the end, but actually in hindsight, now that I'm wearing it while we're talking about this, I could have done that first pleating and it would have fit probably snug perfect, but I don't know, I'm sitting and I can breathe in this and it's not cutting in even though I'm not wearing a corset or stays or anything to keep it from digging into my ribs. So kind of happy with it. Super comfy dress. Hopefully going to make a couple more of these with this pattern just for wearing around the house. Now that it's attached to the waistband, I'm starting the top, which I just pinned the straps onto the sides of the front panel. The front panel is made out of a really pretty holly fabric, so I thought that that would be fun with the green and red straps. And then I just sewed that right on. You can see the seams. I actually did zigzag for fun because this is a festive, ugly Yule Pinafore, so it doesn't need to be super fancy. I thought the red thread would be beautiful. Here we are at reveal, and I could not be happier with this Christmas pinafore. It brings all of the joy to me of Yule and Christmas because we celebrate both here in this house, and really just makes me feel more festive. I will admit it's been a challenging year to feel into the holidays and like you want to celebrate. As don't want to talk about news on this channel, but things don't look as great in 2021 as we were hoping. Still going to be able to see people, which will be really nice, but we all just have to be really safe. So I paired it with my mom's Christmas tree pin, which I absolutely love. And I don't know if you can see it, so some little brogue boots here. So I feel very festive. I'll be wearing this exact outfit on the eve. So when we think about the cards that I pulled, the one that represented the project was the devil. You will have seen already in the footage my cat Sass trying to rip apart the paper, and I think that that was the part of like I got really frustrated in the middle of this project because it was getting difficult and my cat was fighting me. And then action to avoid was the 7 of chalices, and that represents other people's opinions. So I didn't really show anybody what I was working on while I was working on it, and just made it to be what I wanted it to be instead of what somebody else did. So that was the action I avoided there. And then action to take was the Ace of Cups, and that's that wonderful, joyful, happy, full feeling, and I think that this brought me closer to that for the holiday, most definitely. I think I'm going to be adding some cute pockets to this. I feel like it needs pockets when to put your phone in or different other things when you're making cookies or wrapping gifts, so pockets to come soon. But I'm really happy with this, and this will be the last episode of this year and starting with a new year next year. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing and sharing this with other people. I hope you enjoyed this little project. I will put a link to the pattern that I used. It's actually a little girl's pattern that I changed in the notes in case you want to try this for yourselves. So thank you to that person that I will put right here in the lovely Christmas tree because I forgot their name. And I will see you in the new year. sweating.